Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Desynced. Vanilla edition. We last left off. I don't remember anything. But that's okay. We are here to fix up what remains. You need to stay over there. I run in there, kind of fix up all the remaining bits and bobs of basically all the dirt we missed, so that the stuff doesn't spawn. Hopefully this will be enough. We shouldn't need any more hose, but you never know. Walk the fence. Looks like I forgot a spot. You know what? I'm leaving it. It's just part of it now. I don't see any over here, so it looks like it's all over on the side. Good, 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 good. And afterwards, we can't. Oh, I see how they got up. I see how that happened. Back off. Me. Do a couple of tries here. Alright, we're gonna run. It's probably gonna be another thing we're gonna have to do. Is gonna have to pull this whole thing back. Now, let's just focus on getting it patched. So we can plant the glorious wheat field in honor of Baj. Maybe. And then pray to fuck that this fixes all my woes. There's another set of grass. I see you. Not seeing any more. Let's pop on out. It's already annoying enough to walk through this. I'll make it more difficult. Nice scan. Nice scan. The other thing I will need to do is these islands are going to have to go or be pulled back. And Moshia gunpowder sounds like a fantastic way to blow these things out of the water. That's right, chicken. You can't. You can't! Stay out of my farm. My beautiful, beautiful wheat farm. Alright. Looks like we are good to go to start planting. It's gonna be good. And we will have to plant and harvest a few times, and I won't be really keeping the wheat part for now. Most likely for this, we already got so much. I will never be able to eat that much. but this wheat farm will be growing. 2, 3, 4. Looks like we're going to come back for a second run. Alright. That's fine. Place to start. So I started the Fallout series. I did a stream on Kick. I am not sure I'm going to use Kick. I just wanted to kind of see. I noticed after the first stream that they did not have an export function, which I find kind of disappointing. Because the export function, because I do want it to all to come onto my channel, but I didn't even make a VOD. I didn't even take a manual recording because I thought, oh, I'll just get it off the Kickstarter service. Apparently I can't. So if I want that VOD, I'm going to have to record it manually for 2+ hours, or just kind of accept that it's not part. Or I could start messing with more editing stuffs and make the series more clippy based. But I still would have to scour through that, at least that 2 hours. At least to start. Not opposed to it, just something I noticed that I didn't quite realize at the start. But we are playing as Tony Stark. And this version, he helped work on the power armor project in the Fallout universe. Part of Robco. You know, head engineer or something. Maybe he worked on the fusion cells part. You know, that seems like important tech to get working, to not also blast a hole in your, you know, your soldiers. You know, it seems pretty important. So we got that started. Our main companion is most likely going to be Codsworth. Because Codsworth is essentially just Jarvis. But I am open to other companions. I am not inherently opposed to having them. It's just, right now, I think the most valuable companion is going to be Codsworth. Dogmeat has already gotten me killed. As he does. And with that in mind, we are really set. And Tony Stark, playing as Tony Stark, not as me, Kiran, helps with my playstyle. Though, no, let go. I hate that. Playing as Tony Stark. Hilariously enough, Kiran got his start as a Fallout character, because it's like, you know, I want him to say my name instead of sir or ma'am. So I selected Kiran, and honestly, the most egotistical, psychotic, like, man I probably could have picked, because, you know, redheaded character. I just kind of went with the stereotypical Irish kind of theme there. Fighting in pubs, being a general dick, and and like the first thing he heard that Diamond City was the crown jewel of the Commonwealth. And you know what he did with that information? Before he ever even set foot in Diamond City, he decided that we are going to build a better city than Diamond City using the Sim Settlements mod. The first one, not the second one, that actually has lore and stuff. And that was the first kind of Kiran. He basically he's basically building an empire, so to speak, in Fallout to snub Diamond City, a city that he has never been to. Finding my son? Nah, we've got an empire to build. I can always make a new son. But that's kind of the idea there. So with that in mind, I never did finish that run. I think I got pretty far, but I never actually completed it. I've only completed Fallout 4 once. With my first run through as I ran as Institute. That was my thing. I played as a grieving mother who yearned for her son so much that she decided to betray every single man, woman, and child in the Commonwealth because mommy had feelings for Robot, I guess. Alright. Well, we got one set of wheat planted. Let's get the other half. And it's starting to already grow pretty nicely, which is good. Because we're going to need to harvest this several times over to even fill this. So I knew I wanted to make this, and that's why we started collecting early. When we first started, but I severely overestimated what I was going to need. Underestimated what I needed. There's only one. Alright. We're going to focus on this bottom layer over here now. Because all these ups and downs are quite annoying. So we're going to focus on this section down here. Make it a little easier. And then when the harvest time comes, I can focus on just harvesting one flat section instead of going up and down and up and down, if I can help it. Like, yeah, I will harvest it, but hindsight is 2020. I should have done it this way first. This should have been where I was planting. But it's a little late now. We'll just plant what we can. There is no sound that comes from this. This is actually quite distressing. Because there are sounds. Don't get me wrong. Like, you can hear them. It's just there's seeds don't make anything. And it's quite distressing, actually. I think that's one thing I miss from modern beta, that the seeds actually make some noise when you place them down. Instead it's just eerie silence. Like, what else is there? Ooh, Instagrow. But then, to continue on with the kind of Fallout thing, it's like, So, like, I guess since we were discussing essentially the long lore of my character and my model, like, kind of where he came to be, the second run, not really second run, but the second time I used this name, it was in Fallout 76. And that matters because the things I was finding were basically always Chinese or communist related equipment. So eventually, after just unsuccessfully finding anything American or even American styled, I decided to just lean into the communist kind of stuff. That's where the mousing came from. Because I just could not find anything. So I'm just like, well, I guess I'm a Chinese-Irish spy, I guess. Or I'm just a Chinese spy. And Kieran's like my Anglo name or whatever. And somehow it kind of morphed into Irish Chinese. That is a very weird... It would be a very weird bloodline. I will say that. I'm not quite sure how you would get Chinese Irish. Because for the most part, I just treat Kiran as European with Chinese aspects, not entirely Chinese. So, like, to even... What the fuck? So to even get this kind of aspect ratio, it'd be like, so not only would I need to find an Irish Chinese couple, but the Chinese name would just somehow need to last while the Chinese genetic mix of X would slowly be whittled out. That it would, I don't entirely know how that would actually play out in real life. Because at some point, you just kind of just anglicize your name, like, and just turn it into something like Mouser or something. You know, kind of keep syllables pretty similar, but no longer do you just keep that Chinese lineage and acknowledge it. Like how far would you go? Because Ireland didn't really go to China as far as I'm aware. Like, yeah, they were part of the British Empire, but where would you even get that, wouldn't you? I never did finish 76 either. But I suppose with that being said, that's constantly gunning for. I think the last Chinese item that I was kind of gunning for was a Chinese flag that I never did get. I knew it was in the game, and I just had to keep cycling through this damn place over and over again to get one, because I knew it existed. At least I thought it did at the time. Maybe it doesn't, and I'm just remembering wrong. Oh, they're all under here. They're under the ground. I was about to cry. I'm like, where the hell are you? They're all under the farmland. I don't even know the story of 76. Like, I was trying to follow the story, but I haven't played it much at all ever since like the month after release. So I couldn't tell you what's changed or what the big happenings are with the game is. I might want to turn that to darkness. But it is far enough away to where it wouldn't affect my spawn cap. But that did give me a heart attack. And we've completed hardly a section. Okay, let me let go of shift. Oh. My shift key is getting a workout today. But it does look like it's coming together. This is going to look great when it's actually been fully weeded. Now to actually harvest the rest of this wheat, you know? This is why I carry the hoe. I'm going to focus on the harvesting first before I replant. Hop. Okay. So we're going to make sure that our... I really don't care about the wheat. I really don't. So I'm just going to gun for harvesting everything. There's another piece of dirt. See? This one's going to be very awkward to reharvest. I will focus on this small section. This guy is a little annoying, isn't it? I will, definitely glad I didn't try to do the hill type, because this is actually quite annoying to harvest. And replant, because this is awful. Oh. Another piece of the dirt. Oh yeah, up here is actually wooden planks. Next time I come up here, I need to make sure, remember to bring some logs. I know I said I wasn't going to replant, but it looks like I am. I mentally just can't do that, I guess. So I'm going to stand up and allow myself to collect the wheat. I will leave like 3 slots for seeds priority. Because we are going to burn through this really quickly. So much wheat. Might as well get it. Who knows, maybe I want hay bales in the far, far future. There's some dirt. Oh, grass. Good thing I came up here. Those pieces of grass are infections. Just due to how mob spawning works. Let's ruin this place. God, it's everywhere. What happened up here? How did this happen? They're really bad up here, apparently. time, bro. Keep putting all this hard work into this wheat field, and there's just dirt everywhere in my precious wheat field. This probably will be. It's just this small section right here is probably the nicest part of the wheat field too, because of the bare attempt to water it all. Can't deny it looks good. Come on. Gotta go faster. Oh. Add a seed. Probably because we're not harvesting anymore. We're just planting at this point. Now we're back in the wheat zone. The wheat zone. Wheat. Typewriter. Can't be a typewriter anymore. Plant faster. Okay, okay. More poison. You can see the poison in the ground or behind it all. We can see a section of wheat ahead of us. Hopefully a lot. This place is looking pretty green at least. It'll soon be a nice vibrant yellow. So good when it's done. It just needs to actually grow. We don't have bone meal either. Otherwise that's how I get all the seeds. Alright, this section is done. I'm not sure if I'll ever harvest this section again. But we did get a okay amount of seeds. Another 3 stacks, so just need to keep going. I'm gonna just kind of get this square to each other. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get this square to each other and start talking, so it's all connected at least. Getting dark. Getting real dark. Oh, our first piece of wheat. I just had to do that. It felt right. Just had to poke the first wheat of the new field. This is almost complete. The field of wheat, 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 wheat. Alright. We are out of wheat seeds. Alright. Let's crawl on out of here. But in any case, I hope you all have enjoyed watching, and we will see you all on the next episode of Minecraft Desynced Vanilla Edition. Bye!